Hi everyone, Ryan from WordChamps. I'd like to show you how to edit the sidebar area of your website. Here's PhotoChamps, my WordPress.com website that I set up, and you can see here that this theme has broken my content into two columns. There's this whole column here, which is for my content. It contains my titles and the content of each page, and then on the right-hand side, you have this sort of sidebar. And it acts as sometimes as a sub menu. Sometimes you can put calls to action in here, or you can use things like searches. And we're going to show you how to edit this content today. So if you haven't had set up a website yet, please visit our WordChamps blog. It's blog.wordchamps.tv and search for the step-by-step setting up your own website. It's a screencast that'll help you set up your own website using the WordPress.com service. And so first thing you're going to need to do is log in to your blog or website. And you could do that. If I show you how to log out here, you can easily do that by visiting your website and clicking on the login area, login button I should say. And that's going to take you to your login page. If you need to type it in directly, it's photochamps.wordpress.com / or sorry, this will be your URL, and it'll be /wp-login.php. It's going to take you to the login page, and there's where you put your username and password. We're going to log in, and we're being taken directly to our dashboard. And I'll show you where. Let's open up our home page. So you can see here, you can see that this sidebar area has three main areas. It's got a search, it's got a list of archives, and it has some metadata, which are your login, logout, and site admin links. So, how do you manage these areas? How do you turn these areas into potentially a call to action? Perhaps it contain your contact information. That's really important to have on each page. So I want to show you how to add content to this area. So we're going to go back to our admin area in our website, and right now we're on the dashboard. We're going to look down this left-hand side here, all these buttons here. We're going to find the area called Appearance. And underneath Appearance, you see if you pop that menu down, you're going to find a widgets link. Now widgets are little content blocks that you can position in different areas of your website. Let's click on widgets and I'll show you how we use them. So you can see here in the right hand side we've got little content blocks. We've got primary widget area, we've got secondary widget area, we've got first footer, second footer, third footer, and fourth footer. You might not have these little content blocks in your website, but if you just set up a website using WordPress.com and you're using the default theme, which is called 2010, you should have these set up in here. If not, you might have something different. It might be called sidebar. So depending on what theme you have installed, these may be different. But we're going to focus on this primary widget area, and we're going to drag and drop a widget into this area, and I'm going to show you what changes happen in this sidebar space. So for me, as an example, I'm starting a business website, and I'd like to have my contact information up front and center on the side area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my login, or the admin side to admin area of my website, and I'm going to use this primary widget area. I'm going to drag and drop one of these widgets into that area that'll allow me to use text. And here it is here. Here's the text widget. And we're going to click on that box, and I'm just dragging that over. I'm holding my mouse button down. I'm dragging it over, and I'm going to go to the top of my website. And you can see here, when I move that in, it creates a dotted box, and that's telling me that that widget is ready to be dropped. So I'm going to let go of my mouse button, and there it is. It's in that area. Now it's asking me for a title, and it's asking me for some content. So as a title, if you remember, I want to have my contact information. I'm just going to do contact info. And here's where I'm going to put my phone number. And I also want to have my email address handy. And I'm going to save that. And if you like, you can close that box up by using this little menu triangle here that zips it up. And now that that's saved, let's go and have a look at what happens on the preview of our website. I'm going to refresh this page. And you can see here in the sidebar, it's changed this. It's removed the search, and it's removed the other two lists, and it's replaced it with my contact information, which is what I wanted. So if I ever want to change that information, I can always go back to Appearance and Widgets, and I can click on this to update this information. Perhaps I've added a fax machine. Save that. And go back to my home page and refresh. And here is my fax number. And you notice it hasn't added any line breaks in here. It's just repeating this right after my phone. I'm going to show you how to quickly do that. You want to use this automatically add paragraphs checkbox, save that information, and what that's going to do is every time you do a carriage return, it will add a paragraph to that, so it will create some line breaks here. Let's refresh, and this is exactly what I'm looking for here. Great little call to action, my contact information. You might want to be a little bit more suggestive with this title, but basically you're able to add content to your side menu and control that area. And quite simply, if you wanted to add some more information, you can actually go down and add 3, 4, 5. You can add as many as you like. Here it is again. Here's the text widget. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to drag that up to the top of my website. And I'm going to put it under contact information. And here's my call to action. So perhaps I have a subscribe to our email list. Email us to subscribe, and photos at wordchamps.tv. Is it photo or photos? It's photos. Photos at wordchamps.tv. So here's my title. Here's my call to action. Subscribe to our email list. Email us to subscribe, and then our email address, photos at wordchamps.tv. I'm going to save that. I'm going to close this window. And here's the order that they show up. And first is my contact information. Next is my subscribe to, my call to action. Perhaps I want this to be on top of that. So all I need to do is drag and drop that. It's going to automatically save. And let's go look at what's happened on our home page. Go back to our home page. I'm going to click on refresh. And there we have it. Now I've got a call to action up here. Subscribe to our email list. And I've got my contact information below. These little content blocks are always available to you. If you're coming from the dashboard after you log in, you're going to scroll down, you're going to look for Appearance, you're going to drop that menu down using this button, and you're going to choose Widgets. And there's your primary widget area, which is going to have these two content blocks, which you've just created. Now, like I said, because you're using the 2010 theme, the default theme that comes with WordPress.com, WordPress has automatically given you some of these widgets to work with. If you're using a custom theme, these could very well be different side widgets. So you're going to have to play around with those and get used to them according to your theme and see what's going to work.